Hello, my beautiful little eco warriors out there. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little bit ill. I've got a bunged up nose and a cough, and I don't really feel too good. But today we're going to be discussing the damage done, and we're going to be discussing the damage done to our environment, basing around sea life and what we can do about it. So, stay tuned. Over the years, humans haven't really been thoughtful as to the resources they've used and the damage they've done to the environment, but we know better now. The questions are: what damage has already been done? What damage is still happening? Can it be reversed? And what can you do to prevent further damage? Every day, we are a threat to our environment, and sea life isn't safe from us, nor are the birds. Shorebirds face the threat of humans every day due to pollution, litter, oil and chemical spills, and habitat loss because of development. All of this is threatening the population of shorebirds, and their population is diminishing. But what does it matter? Well, did you know that shorebirds contribute to a healthy ecosystem? The living components of any ecosystem have adapted to live and reproduce in the presence of other particular components and rely on many of them. Shorebird droppings, yes, we're talking about their poop right now, fertilize the mudflats in which they feed, and the water over which they fly. Microscopic plants form the base of the food chain upon which the fish we eat depend. And because shorebirds are dependent on wetlands, they are brilliant indicators of the health of wetlands. The health of an indicator species tells biologists something about the health of other creatures using or composing that habitat. The Galveston Bay oil spill is just one example of how we have a detrimental effect on the ecosystem. On the 22nd of March 2014, a collision between a barge and a ship caused an oil spill where approximately 168,000 gallons of oil spilt into the water, which affected the habitat of 100,000 shorebirds, not to mention the ocean life. 329 oiled birds were recovered by the Coast Guard. Nearly all were dead. These birds ingested the oil by preening, which had a number of fatal consequences, so we can only imagine the impact the oil spill had on marine life. A study found that some embryos that had been left in the oil spill in 2010 had developed deformities. The spill in 2014 most probably had a similar effect. But this isn't the only thing having an effect on sea life and shorebirds. At least 1 million shorebirds and 100,000 marine mammals die every year because of plastic pollution. The survival of a minimum of 100 species could be jeopardized by plastic debris. This includes the Hawaiian monk seal and loggerhead turtle. Plastic pollution is a carrier of invasive species which threaten native ecosystems. But plastic pollution has more than an effect on the environment. It has an effect on the economy as well. Plastic pollution causes at least 13 billion US dollars in damage every year to industries such as fishing, shipping, and tourism. The US West Coast states spend approximately $500 million every year to clean up their beaches. The cost of removing debris from beaches averages at approximately $1,500 per ton. But it all goes one step further, because it also has an effect on your health. Ocean plastic absorbs toxic chemicals, such as PCBs, which increase their concentration by 1 million. These persistent organic pollutants enter and bioaccumulate in the food chain, resulting in an even higher concentration of pollutants in fish, including those consumed by humans. The health effects linked to these chemicals are cancer, malformation, and impaired reproduction. 93% of Americans aged 6 or over test positive for the plastic chemical BPA. In Los Angeles, 10 metric tons of plastic fragments, such as grocery bags, straws, and soda bottles, are carried into the Pacific Ocean every day. And over the last 10 years, we have produced more plastic than during the entire of last century. 50% of this plastic is just thrown away after being used. The production of plastic also links with oil, as it uses approximately 8% in production, and bioplastics may not be the solution either, because they require food source crops. Plastic in the ocean breaks down into such small segments that pieces of plastic from a 1-litre bottle could end up on every mile of beach throughout the world. Orcas and salmon face an uncertain future because of pollution, loss of habitat, and the threat of oil spills. So what can we do about it? The Ocean Cleanup Program was founded in 2013 and is the world's first feasible method to rid the oceans of plastic. The Ocean Cleanup's goal is to extract, prevent, and intercept the plastic pollution by initiating the largest cleanup in history. But they can't do it alone. Funding is always needed for the project. But is it enough? Can you do something at home? Of course you can! Seek out alternatives to the plastic items that you rely on. Recycle! If you really need to use plastic, recycle them. But please try to avoid plastic bags and polystyrene foam, because both typically have low recycling rates. Volunteer at a beach cleanup, and next time you're at the beach and see a plastic bath. So let's hope that we can start working together towards having a happier, healthier planet. Because the healthier the planet is, the healthier the human population will be. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see all you beautiful eco-warriors out there in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed.